like most EMRs, there's pros and cons to every system. So documenting the eval is still a little bit of a process, but all the notes following that are pretty easy. So I'm going to do start documentation. It tells you if anything's going on, like how many visits completed, when the next visit's scheduled. If the plan of care had expired, it'll tell you that your plan of care expired, your cert period expired. If there needs to be a progress note, it'll tell you there needs to be a progress note. But all this is based on the fact that we assume that everyone's getting their notes in the same day they're doing it. And if not, then none of this is going to be that accurate. I mean, your cert period ending will be accurate, but let's say we're looking for that every 10th visit to have a progress note. It's not going to warn you on that if it doesn't know that 7 visits have been done. So the quicker and better we get our notes in, the more accurate all this is to be able to do what you need to do. If there's any documents that haven't been completed, it'll tell you, hey, you need to complete documentation for these last couple days. And then the next step is, what do you want to do? An inherit preference is the big step. If it's something like a daily note and you're not doing your first one and you want to pull in the entire note into the next note, I would do inherit previous documentation. I would go to physical therapy templates. I would go to daily note, and I would literally pull in all the stuff from the prior note. And that's how you do it for the daily notes. Except for the first one, I would start from a blank template, and I do a daily note, then nothing pulls through because there's nothing to pull through because the eval was done. So that's how you do it. So like on like a blank new eval, you're just going to start from a blank template. If it's a first daily note, you're going to start from a blank template. Otherwise, you're going to do inherit on the daily visit notes. But everything else, progress, recert, everything else, you're going to start from a blank template. This system also separates, so a eval is going to have the treatment note built within, but the progress note, the discharge, the recert, the focused reeval, those are all going to have a separate document between that and the treatment note. So you'd actually come in here, do your note, then you'd come back in here and open up another template and do your daily note. If you want to see someone else's notes, so let's say I just want to read this eval from the PT, I can come here to view and see the prior note. And I can click out of there. If I want to clone a note, which we already said you do through the inherit, there's no real reason to use that. Please don't delete someone else's note unless it's your own note and you want to get rid of it. And that's how creating a note works. So if you're in occupational therapy, you're going to go down to occupational therapy templates, and then you'll specifically pick your templates as well. So again, for evals, start from blank. Your first daily note, start from blank. Any other daily note, I would inherit previous, unless you want to start fresh for any reason. But progresses, research, reevals, etc., start from blank, and I'll show you how you can still pull stuff in from that. So let's go to physical therapy templates, initial evaluation, and I bring it in the note, and I'll put that in the next video.